Wow. I really was not prepared for the amount of positive response that the pony hypnosis video got. I thought I'd see more people saying it was weird or that they weren't interested, and I certainly didn't expect people to go trying it out immediately. I was also surprised by how many people had already heard of it and been trying it out, and had a rekindled interest because of my involvement. A lot of people are interested in following this adventure with me, and I've gotten a lot of requests to do more hypnosis readings. However, rather than just reading the stuff that's already written in the hypnosis document, I'm wondering if I should come at this from a different angle. I've gotten plenty of feedback about which parts of the hypnosis have and haven't worked for people, and what hurdles each participant has tried to jump over, as well as what can be done to make the actual recordings better. I've even wondered if the method of recording a voice with a trance-like undertone is even the right way of going about this, or if it's best as a mere door opener for the participant to continue in their own exploration. So, to say the least, there are a ton of avenues worth exploring here, which may lead this to becoming a more involving project than I anticipated. But since I'm certainly interested, I'm gonna call on you guys to help me out. You can help out by continuing to leave suggestions and stories in the comments, both on these videos and on the blog post, which is linked in the description. If you think you can help to improve or change the writing part of the hypnosis, chat me up in the blog comments and I'll see if we can't work together to nail something down. So far, the stories I've read have been fascinating and introduced me to some concepts that I'd never even heard of, such as tulpas and daemons, which are both sort of similar to imaginary friends. The idea of constructing a fictional being and treating it as real is something I've always found interesting, perhaps mostly as a writer whose characters never seem to exist in any stories so much as nebulously existent persons in my imagination space. It was not even difficult for me to construct a tulpa, which goes by the name Holy and is a ponified version of a character I've been trying to write for about 5 years but haven't succeeded with because she's more of an idea than a character. She looks like if you crossed young Celestia with Tara Strong's OC and has a white coat with a cream-colored mane. I don't really know the usefulness of having her around though. At best, she's someone smarter than me who can talk me down from my own stupid histrionics, I guess. This probably seems to be going off topic a bit, but this is Gonzo after all, and I think it's pretty noteworthy that when I projected this character, whom I created as a human and have only ever known as a human, albeit one with a nebulous shape, she came out as a pony. I wonder if this is the permanent actualization of her character or if it will change shape should my interest ever shift. Anyways, the ease with which I created this tulpa made me think that maybe I didn't need all the fancy hypnosis in the first place. As I mentioned in the last video, I've always been pretty good at just exploring my own mind without any help, so it's almost strange that I felt the need for this. Maybe it's just that I was convinced I could care more and have a more lasting effect if I used the hypnosis. I still think there's plenty of worth in doing it, but I wonder if I was mistaken to seek becoming Twilight Sparkle specifically, because I don't have much use for being Twilight Sparkle. I don't know what I'd do in there. In the few seconds when I feel like I could achieve that state, I already feel like I've accomplished what I came for. I have no goals for myself as Twilight. Now, before I'm dismissive about that, I have given thought to actually setting a goal for myself as Twilight, so that I would have a reason to undergo that state of mind. A goal like become Twilight, write an essay is actually pretty awesome and exciting, and I suspect that I've already given some of you ideas on how you should go about future hypnosis attempts. But more interesting to me than the idea of becoming Twilight is actually the idea of becoming Digibrony. Let that sink in for a second. Okay, yes, I am Digibrony, but Digibrony also refers to the pony through whom my voice is speaking to you right now. I wonder, have you ever felt a disconnect between the voice you hear and the image you see? Even though my pony has an air which is similar to the one that I really have, it is not quite me. But I could be it. In other words, I'd basically undergo a generic unicorn transformation, but the unicorn version of me would be Digibrony the character. I've also given thought to the idea of recording a hypnosis for you to become Digibrony if you wanted to. I know that sounds incredibly self-satisfied, but seriously, if you wanted to become Digibrony, I could totally do that. Anyways, yeah, as you can see, there are a lot of ways to go with this, for me and for you. I think there's a degree to which this project needs to be addressed on a person-by-person basis. One hypnosis track isn't going to fit everyone's needs, so rather than trying to do that, I'll view it more as a tool, and we can all work to decide which tools work best and how we can use them to build our own personal mental pony universe thing.